Victorian and bronze. And she plays for us first a piece by Ernest Bloch, At Sea. This is from a cycle the composer read entitled Poems of the Sea. At Sea by Ernest Bloch came from a cycle the composer wrote entitled Poems of the Sea. For her second item in this program, Beatrice Tang plays Silhouette by Max Reger. from Rega to Cacciatorian. Beatrice Tang has chosen next a Cacciatorian toccata. Beatrice Tang is playing in the program Piano Panorama. And to end the recital, we're to hear variations on the theme of Paganini, Book 2, by Brahms.
Well, folks, we'll just take a break there, and we will come back and hear more of Beatrice Tang at another time. And just to note that we're testing here on 160 and on UHF on vk3sl. A very short program tonight. In fact, we'll only go for about another 15 minutes or so, just whetting the appetite, because we'll be back again later. And hello there, Frank.
Good evening.
Hi. How's it been? Oh, yeah, not too bad. No complaints. Yeah, everything's sort of moving in the right direction. We've got a bit of a social weekend ahead of us. So, yes, a few things going on, including tonight. So really not there for the long haul at this point. So we'll just play a few 20s hits or whatever, and then I will be back tonight for probably a short program.
Okay.
And at 11:30, and because we're doing a bushwalk on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, we're heading up to the Central Highlands and doing a walk around near the Ada tree up near Nuji. So can't wait.
I've been to Nuji.
Yeah, right. It's a beautiful spot.
It's lovely. It's the only experience I've ever had with a bushfire.
Oh, my goodness me.
At Nuji, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
quite remarkable. Anyway, I won't rabbit on now about it.
No, it's fine. It's interesting. It's a beautiful country, magnificent mountain air.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it's great. So a bit of a drive, but I think we head off at about 8:30 in the morning. So I'll go for about an hour tonight, just play a few hits, and maybe a bit more of Beatrice Tang. I was really impressed with that playing. It's a most interesting program. Did you pick the announcer there, the ABC announcer from 1953?
Yeah, I'm not sure who he was, but he sounded very ABC, didn't he?
It did. He's
old school ABC.
Very much so. Had the right plum in his mouth.
Oh yes, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Anyhow, so we'll play a few hits tonight, and then tomorrow, of course, I won't be there. I won't be back in time for afternoon missions, most probably. So we'll save our energies for Sunday. Should be fine on Sunday. So there's a game plan for the weekend.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Anyhow, we'll have a 20s hit. I think we can do that. I've been told I've got 15 minutes, so we can play a couple of records. And this one is. Let's hold it up to the microphonics. It's Don't Sing Aloha When I Go. It's the
Hawaiian song.
Yeah, it could be.
I reckon.
I wonder. It's a foxtrot, so we'll go back to about 1926, thereabouts. I haven't got the noise processor on, so we'll go barefoot. I'm vk3sl.
vk3jr.
There we have it with a classic cymbal clash at the end there. A stopped cymbal to conclude our 20s hit for the day. That was the Dens, a dance band, which were probably something like the California Ramblers, one of those bands recorded for just about everyone as a pseudonym. And interested to hear the guitar playing on that.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, it came out surprisingly well, very clear. They must have been right up close to the microphone. And I reckon they might have been using a very early form of condenser on that, because it did sound quite clear. Yeah, some interesting records, Frank, that have popped up this week, and I might just play a couple. One of them, I haven't played much jug band music, but they're all a go in the 20s, and one of the sort of more celebrated groups was the Mound City Blue Blowers.
Right.
And they played comb and tissue paper and kazoos and jugs and things like that.
Yeah.
And sort of gave this wonderful sort of authentic, earthy sounds. Sounds just basically of people singing into instruments.
Later to be revived, of course, around Melbourne in the 80s, 70s, 80s.
Okay, yes, when you think of the likes of Captain Matchbox,
Yeah,
of
exactly.
course, indeed, you're right. Definitely, yeah. And it's a very compelling medium, and there's a certain raw energy about hearing those instruments.
It's just earthy. It's just out there, you know.
Yeah, that's it. So look, we'll hear, this is Mackenzie's Candy Kids, which they're also recorded as the Mount City Blue Blowers, and it features Red Mackenzie on the comb, Dick Slevin on the kazoo, Jack Bland on the banjo, and none other than Eddie Lang, who's playing on the guitar in this recording. Yes, and it's a late acoustic, very late acoustic, 1924, December. Called Panama, and it featured the Mound City Blue Blowers under the pseudonym of Mackenzie's Candy Kids, featuring Red Mackenzie on the paper and comb, and vocalisations. Yeah, they recorded quite a bit. I just was looking around, and it's one I'd like to have a listen to. It says it's got a very authentic blues flavour with using the same combination. A recording made on another label, almost exactly the same time, within the same week of the record we just heard. And this is recorded for Brunswick, and I'd be quite keen to hear this because of it's reputed to have be quite authentic in its representation of the blues idiom.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it should be. So we'll hear this, also featuring Eddie Lang with Red Mackenzie and Dick Slevin. Right. Mountain City Blue Blowers. And
Was very authentic, wasn't it?
yeah, it did. Had the laid back feel.
Oh, yeah.
And, we're sort of really fairly close to the node there, back 1924. And, it's a group I'd like to find out more about. I'm interested in that whole sort of idiom, the jug bands. And there are other bands which actually did use jugs and created that sort of wonderful vocalised jazz improv vibe. So, it'd be great to check in on that.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Okay, a random record off the shelf is the Lacona Cuban Boys on would you believe, a Japanese Columbia.
Oh, really?
It's weird, isn't it?
The Lacona and Cuban Boys are really good.
Yeah, so we've got Amapola, or
Amapola.
Okay, or Taboo.
Thank you very much.
Oh, very good, yes. Most excellent indeed. Yes, Amapola or Taboo. What would you like to hear?
Yes.
Which one do you reckon?
Amapola.
Amapola. Well, frisbee it on. And, yeah, this will be an interesting presentation, I'm sure. Okay, which one? This one.
Lindísima amapola, será siempre mi alma tuya sola. Yo te quiero, amada prenda mía, igual que ama la flor, la luz del día. Amapola, lindísima amapola, no seas tan ingrata, llámame. Amapola, amapola, ¿cómo puedes tú vivir tan sola? Amapola, no seas tan ingrata y llámame. Amapola, ¿cómo puedes tú vivir tan sola? Amapola, mi dulce
The kind of Cuban boys back there, and very suave indeed.
Oh, yeah.
And, whoops, that record's zipped off the edge. I'll go and rescue it.
Okay.
There we go. All sorted. Well, Frank, I'm going to have to wind. I'm getting the nod. We're all about to pile into the car in about 5 minutes.
Well, have a great evening.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, looking forward to it very much. It's EO's birthday today.
Oh,
So-
right.
so-
happy birthday to you.
Yes. We'll,
From me.
Yeah, sure. And, we did enjoy a program with EO a little while ago, wasn't
We
it?
did indeed.
It was only a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
But, we'll be catching up. So that's on the cards, but the God will be back in reasonable time tonight. These family things don't go terribly late, so we'll should be back for a program at 11:30, and we'll probably make it fairly short because I do need to be up and about for our bushwalk tomorrow.
Suits me as well. I've
yeah.
had a pretty big day.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Well, and I was thinking if I got time to set up the Hill and Dale thing. The other day I had some time to myself, which is sort of incredibly rare in our place.
I know the feeling.
And there's always so much traffic going through the house. But we've got in the music room, we've got the diamond disc wound-up gramophone. And when there's nobody about, I like to sneak and play a few 78s.
Yeah.
And being a diamond disc player, they're the Hill and Dale records, and there's a pile of them inside, and I was riffing through them and playing them, and they sounded so good.
Oh, yeah?
Yay! So what I'll do is I'll bring some of them out tonight, and we'll wire things up here so that we can play some on air. And there's a few very interesting records there.
Sure,
So yeah, it could be a bit of fun. So
it will be.
yeah, we'll aim to do that. Now, last week, just before I go, last week we played an Al Jasbo Collins, and I've still got the record here, and before it gets shelved and sort of lost, we'll play the other side, which is the Discovery of America.
Yes, this should be good. I've
This
heard it.
is fantastic. So we'll finish with this today. That'll be all for this afternoon. And just a reminder to listeners that there's no missions on Saturday afternoon, but we should be back on Sunday. So we'll catch up a bit later on there, Frank.
Later this evening.
Indeed. Thank you, and thanks to the listener.
VK3JR going to listens.
Okay, and vk3sl saying cheers. It's a very, very short program today, but I thought I'd just touch base and let people know what's happening. All right, over to Jasbo.
Well, strap on your 7-league galoshes, kiddies, because this is your Uncle Jasbo with the story of Christopher Columbus, or how square can the world be? At the start of our story, Columbus was just another sailor on the high seas, and on some days he could make E flat. But one particular AM, while his mother was dishing out the bagels and lox, Columbus suddenly picked up on an orange and studied it, like the most interested. Then after digging said orange for 10 minutes, Columbus turned to his mom, and his observation was destined to affect history for many a fortnight. He said, "Gee, Mom, these oranges are the juiciest." Fade out, fade in, and now we find Chris hanging out at the Royal Court in Spain. He's been on the scene for months, and there's only one thing on his mind: boats. It was then that he met Queen Isabella, who had only one thing on her mind. In short, she had bulging eyes for our man. In fact, she was veritably flipping her coronet for Mr. C, but so far she hadn't come up with a rowboat. And so every night he'd fall by the royal pad and try to get her to part with the necessary loot. But Isabella had no eyes to see Columbus leave town. "Your Royal Majesty," Columbus would say, "methinks thou hadst better lay those boats on me pretty quick like, 'cause, your highness, I ain't making no bread around here." And so the pages kept dropping off the calendar, and Columbus still couldn't score. The next time he saw the Queen, he was really salty. "See here, your queenship," Columbus started, "if thou dost not straighten me with aforementioned sailing vessels, I'm cutting out on this booking, dig?" "Okay, Chris," said Isabella, "thou hast won thy point, but it sure'll be a drag around here with you on the road. Now take yon 3 sailing boats and go explore if that's what you want. Big deal." Shortly afterward, Columbus took off from Spain, and after 3 months at sea, he called for his first mate, and the dialogue went something like this: "Hiya, mate. Glad to see ya. How's the Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Maria? Why, everything's cool. The weather is fair, but the motion of this ocean is really nowhere. Well, never mind the ocean if you want to feel fine. Just ask the man for a bottle of wine. So follow the stars and follow the moon. We don't know where we're going, but we'll be there soon." Sure enough, the following morning they sighted land, and all of Columbus's men raised their voices in a mighty cheer. "Ooh, Papa Da, ooh, Papa Day. Everything is crazy in the USA. Now let's dig the Dodgers, let's dig the Yanks, and let's go to Nathan's for some red-hot Franks." Well, you've dug the rest in your history books. They made it back to Spain, and the very first night Columbus hit town, Isabella greeted him with open charge accounts. "Well, Chris," she said, "tell me about your trip. Is America really a gasser?" Columbus, with a groovy twinkle, replied, "Oh, it's all right for a visit, but what cat in his right mind would want to live there, baby?"